Hey, what's up, boxing brothers? Yeah, finally, the big weekend is ahead of us. Only 5 more days to go. And the main fight, of course, this is a big card in Riyadh. Main fight will be Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. And yeah, this is for it all, for the undisputed heavyweight championship, people. So we haven't had really an undisputed heavyweight champion heavyweight since 2000 when Lennox Lewis relinquished his WBA title when he didn't want to fight John Reese for whatever reason it was. And of course the Klitschko's, never, because one of them Vitaly held the WBC title. That was the only one Vladimir didn't hold, but they didn't want to fight each other, so there was never an undisputed champion there then, even though Vladimir was in many ways like an undisputed champion. Yeah, so whatever. Or did he ever hold the WBC title? I'm just thinking now. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. Um, yeah, because, or actually, yeah, I think he did. But let's leave that aside because Vitaly retired in 2013. Yeah. But anyway, before I go to the main fight, we'll be taking a look at the very interesting undercard. So first fight there I will be talking about is Frank Sanchez versus Agit Kabayel. This is a really interesting and exciting matchup. So I see both guys have an identical record of 24-0. Yes, both guys are 31, and there's only 1 inch height advantage for Sanchez. Both are orthodox, not southpaws. So, and when it comes to the knockout percentage, is also almost identical. Sanchez also has one knockout more, um, 17, and he's coming off some pretty good wins. He of course is most famous for being the guy to kind of expose Efe Jagba, and in his last fight in December he knocked out Junior Fa. Yeah, I watched that. That was one good fight, and yeah. Well, while Cabell is coming off a really impressive victory over previously pretty, feared puncher and a huge guy, Arslanbek Makhmudov, who he destroyed in only 4 rounds, which was pretty amazing and unexpected. But I always felt that the world was sleeping on Agit Cabell, the boxing world, the establishment. So yeah, he has proven himself as a truly world class boxer, and yeah, so I still think. I mean, Sanchez has been kind of more active, than Caballero, even though there it's not a big difference. I mean, recently, last 12 months, and however, of course, as I said, Caballero holds a very impressive victory on that same card where Sanchez topped Junior Fall. I still think Sanchez is a little bit too polished technically for probably for Caballero. However, Caballero is a pretty good technical boxer himself, and he's a strong guy, who works well to the body. That's how he, broke down Makhmudov, mostly with punches to the body, and yeah. I do kind of favor, of course, Sanchez to win, but I'm not, excluding the possibility of let's say an upset victory, because I think Sanchez is regarded as the favorite by me, like Caballero. But Sanchez is just seems very strong and confident right now. So probably this will go the distance. It is is it a 10? No, this is for a WBC. This is the eliminator, so it's 12 rounds. All right, interesting. Ha. I can see even a late stoppage happening, but I would go. I think I would go for Sanchez on points. Next, we got world title fight. IBF super featherweight one. Joe Cordina, the champion, defending against Anthony Cacace, or whatever you call it. I really don't know how you pronounce that last name. So Cacace or Cacas has been. He's kind of up there in age now. 35. He's in southpaw. 5'10", 70 inch reach. While Corina is 32 years of age. 5'9", 68, almost 69 inch reach. He's an orthodox. So that will be an interesting fight stylistically speaking. You got a southpaw challenger against an orthodox champion. I believe this is Cordina's second defense, yeah. And he last beat, it was a pretty hard fight and kind of controversial decision. He won by a majority decision in November against Edward Vasquez. And yeah, he had actually won, of course, the IBF title before in 22 when he knocked out Kenichi Ogawa, but then he was stripped for some reason. IBF has these ridiculous rules. I mean, they have stripped their champions, like Opetaya also. What the hell is going on with IBF? What the hell is wrong with you, IBF? They stripped Cordina also for nothing. Fucking stupid, man. And he had to fight for the title again against Rakimov. He won it very impressively. Then he had a first defense that wasn't as impressive, but now he's fighting somebody that I think he should defeat pretty handily. And he's not really a puncher either. Only 7 knockouts of 21. Casas. And Cacace. I'll call him Cacace. And yeah, so he's got one loss already. 35 years of age. Yeah, I don't think he will win this fight. And however, make it difficult because of his southpaw stance. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. I think Corina might even stop him, because he definitely does have the power. He has got, even though he's got 9 knockouts of 17, he still proved that he can hit against Ogawa. Definitely, if he happens to catch you the right way at the right time, he can knock you out with one punch. Definitely. So yeah. um, 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 So yeah, I think probably this fight will not even go the distance. Perhaps I expect Corina will also want to put on a better performance this time, because last time he wasn't so impressive. So I think he will maybe stop this guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Probably, I don't know when, but. And then we have Opetaya versus Bradis. Well, Myers is now 39 years of age. I don't really expect him to do so well now. He even lost to, Opetaya when he was still kind of, when he was younger, a few years younger and in a better shape. So now I don't give him much chance this time. So this is for a vacant IBF title, which of course was stripped from Opetaya for bullshit reasons. Also, the Ring Cruiserweight Championship is on the line. Yeah, so huh. Opetaya has been really on a seek and destroy mode. Lately he has scored really two impressive knockouts, and yeah, he's proven that he definitely has the power, and maybe even to compete at heavyweight. Who knows? But anyway, at cruiserweight, he is definitely the best cruiserweight right now, and he's 11 years younger than Briedis. He's still 28. He's in his best years at his peak, and yeah, I think he will probably make Briedis quit if not knock him out. Yeah, that's all I can say about that one. There isn't much more to say. I think Opetai will probably stop Briedis also. You know, somewhere like I don't know, within 8 rounds, even probably. Yeah. All right. So finally, we get to the main event. Fury versus Usyk. Yeah, fight for it all. So you got two guys both undefeated, even though both have had their fights which were where they got the nod, but maybe they shouldn't have. Especially Fury, has got two actually against John McDermott early on, and now his last one against Francis Ngannou, where I thought he shouldn't have been given the decision. He even got dropped and everything. So, and Usyk, I think he had a controversial decision against Briedis himself. I thought, even though it was, closer fight definitely than those two Furies, I think. But still, I thought Briedis kind of outboxed him in that fight, yeah, enough to deserve the victory. But he has certainly also learned from that fight, which was a close scare, to put it that way. And at heavyweight, that was at cruiserweight. I don't think anybody can match his speed, his uh, his skill, his movement, his defensive, skill as well. And yeah, just even when he gets hit, he can take it. He has shown repeatedly that he can take even a heavyweight's best punches, like against Joshua, for instance, in the second fight, especially, and against Dubois also. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, Fury just hasn't been his best version for a while now. I would say probably at least since the last Wilder fight, 2021, because he spent 22 fighting people that he shouldn't have been fighting, especially Chisora, and yeah, I mean he was just had two easy fights, to put it that way. Also, White didn't look good in their fight and was easily stopped and or dismantled. While Usyk has had a lot tougher tests, you might say, in his heavyweight experience so far. Yeah, I think the mentality is a strong, of course, very important part of this. Both guys are known for having a really strong mentality and lots of heart and all that. And that's one of the best things about Tyson Fury, I would say, is his heart and strong mentality. He never quit, never, lay down, never. Even when you are down and hurt. And the same goes for Usyk, even though he hasn't been really He has only been down against Dubois, I believe, but that was judged to be, a low blow. But yeah, of course, anybody can get knocked down by the right guy. So yeah, so Usyk has responded really well when he after he came back to really demolish Dubois in that fight. And so he has proven that he actually isn't as feather fisted as many believe when he first entered the heavyweight division. He does have some power, even though he will never be a real puncher there, like, a knockout artist. But if he hits you enough, you know, he can break you down, yeah. I can see what I see this fight being looking like is of course Fury trying to use his size to dominate and just impose on Usyk and set off his throw him off his comfort zone and stuff. But I think Usyk will eventually start really breaking him down and landing the big punches and since Fury still doesn't, he doesn't hit as hard as Anthony Joshua or especially Deontay Wilder, he cannot hope to knock out Usyk either because Joshua wasn't able to. In the second fight, he did land some good punches and had him hurt, well, seemingly, but, he wasn't able to put him away. And he's a far more athletically gifted than Fury, who is such a big, clumsy guy. If you even though he has boxing skills, he's still a big bear. Big, lumbering, clumsy, slow guy. After all, compared to guys like Usyk, anyway. So, you know, yeah, forget about it. He's not knocking out Usyk. He can maybe put him down. Yeah, possibly, especially if he uses some rough house tactics. But Usyk will never stop coming, at him, and he wants to be the undisputed heavyweight champion as well as cruiserweight, which will, make him the only one alongside Evander Holyfield. However, Holyfield didn't fight in the four belt era, so that will make him the first in history to win all the belts, four belts in both divisions. So yeah, I think Usyk is just in better shape than Fury. Fury may have been training hard now, but I don't. I think his best days are behind him, and his problem has always been that too much of his focus is outside of boxing, on shenanigans and being a showman and all that, while Usyk is always totally focused on boxing, and that's why he will win, I think. But of course, that will be by decision. Yes, and that's all you have to know. All right, so that was it. All right. Hope you enjoy these fights, and I'll be back soon. All right. Bye.